You don't govern alone. You govern by the people. Oh yeah, make una watch president wey dey elect. President wey be say people not shout, they not clap. In fact, they carry stone, they be one begin dey stone am. Oh yeah, make una watch. Hey, hey.
That is very, very important. Don't isolate one date. No one date on the calendar doesn't mean anything. It's just an event.
Yes, people are already talking about your administration and what it will look like. Can you give us a glimpse into what you have in plan?
I can't. I've not consulted people yet. And administration, you said, is not run alone. You don't govern alone. You govern with people. You consult. Assemble. And then hit the ground running. And it's the same country, right? Isn't it? So,
Thank you very much.
yeah, okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When you promise, so when you promise me that you are leaving, then I will go in. Promise that you are leaving, then I go inside.
Okay, so is that we should give a promise that you are leaving, then you go inside? Can we say bye-bye to Mr. President-elect? Okay, thank you. Bye-bye, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, shall we go now? Thank you. So that you can go. Can we go now? Yeah, can we go now?
Send us some police to the president. Send us some police to the president.
Everybody.
Says, what happened to a vacation at Yankari Game Reserve, Obudu Mountain Resort, that beach resort in Lekki, Abraka Turf in my state, Delta State, Ibom Golf Resort, Ikogosi, Olumo, Oguta Lake, and so on. He could have spent his 3 weeks vacation in any of those places. Why travel abroad? I wanted to take this tweet because I also just wanted to highlight the beautiful places that we have in Nigeria where you can go on vacation. But like Dr. Abati said, there is freedom of movement. Anyone is allowed to go wherever they want. And, you know, the president-elect chose France, and that's where he chose to go. Ayo.
All right, thank you so much for showing that tweet. That was what was on my mind.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for highlighting some of the great places in terms of tourism.
Nice.
And I'm trying to remember which states exactly, but I know the president-elect did mention on one of his campaign tours that he was going to improve tourism. So he might have been the perfect picture of an ambassador if he had chosen one of these sites to spend his 3-week vacation. But maybe there's something about the French air that would give him clarity of thought because there's a lot of work ahead of him.
Really?
He's coming back to answering.
Did you say French air?
Yeah.
That I haven't heard.
Because, I mean, there's something obviously clearly abroad that makes them think, you know, because they keep going there for meetings. So it's something there gives freer thought. I don't know, maybe. But like you mentioned, barring unforeseen circumstance, don't forget that. That was something you mentioned. We will see the president-elect today, and we're excited about that because he did tell us he was going to France and Saudi Arabia. We didn't see pictures from there, but that's as an aside. But going forward in terms of what is welcoming him back, there are a number of questions. Maybe he'll choose to do a press conference to finally put to an end this issue around his Guinean passport, being dual nationality, swearing on the oath, or perhaps ignore that. Maybe he would have an opportunity to then respond to some of the issues. Yesterday, we had Mr. Oyalo speak to us. We're tired of speaking to spokespersons. We want to speak to the real person who would be dealing with the issues. Yeah, today. Oh, I said yesterday. Sorry, today. and so we want to speak to the man. We want to hear from him because later on, as Dr. Bati mentioned earlier on, he can say that it was his surrogates that were making promises, that he didn't say it by himself. So he's not aware of some of the promises they were making. So it'd be great for us to actually engage him, speak to him. We're excited. Let's hit the road, you know, the road running. There's a lot of work for him that he has to deal with.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Rufai, your comment on the story.
I mean, we can't wait to have the president-elect back. In fact, I know a lot of his followers will bring out the drums and be singing Kabo, Shida, Ludi, and it's on them to sing that, and congratulations to them. And we wish him a lot of wellness. We want him to succeed. But you see, one thing about success is there should be constant evaluation and scrutiny on the path to success. It is because it is accountability that lays you on the path of success. And that's why when he comes, a lot has to be said. There were discrepancies about his health. Can he tell us the true state of things? He'll be sworn in a month's time. He'll be president. Then we'll have a chance to ask again. Even before then, it's already public property. Because as he is, it is you and I's taxpayer money that is taking care of him now. Even if they say he should move into defense house, Dr. Abatiabi. So the moment he's moved into defense house, it's our property. It's my property, part of our property. Property Tiwani. So we have a right to ask him these questions. And he has a right to be upfront. Like Ayo said, Guinea, we need to talk about that. Health, we need to talk about that. He needs to also let us know the plans he's got for us, the insecurity, how he's going to solve all these problems. I've got nothing against him. I want him to succeed, because if he succeeds, Nigeria succeeds. And it is Nigeria I'm more passionate about. I'm not really passionate about leadership. You know why? Leader will come and go. But the question is, are we going to put up a structure where any leader that comes next to Nigeria follows a certain pattern of leadership that does well for the people? That's my concern. So we can't wait to have him back. All right. And as regards people that said, okay, tourist destination and all that, yes, as a number one person, but people can choose to go anywhere they want to go first. I'm not going to fault him for going to France for his holidays and all that. People can choose to go anywhere.
Yes.
But the transparency and accountability should be the order of the day in this administration. And people will have a right to ask questions. And please, they should not shut them down or use the regulators to shut them down. By the way, it's officially over a week. MBC has not said anything about NTA carrying a coup acceptance speech in Adamawa.
All right. Dr. Vati, really quickly, so we'll take our next story.
No. The thing to add is that, well, Nigerians are expecting him to return. The explanation given by his spokespersons was that he was going on a short vacation to recuperate, to rejuvenate, to plan for the big assignment that awaits him. And we hope that he will be back today.
2 p.m.
As we've been told. And that when he returns, I hope he's coming to Lagos, that there will be no traffic hold-up, disturbing ordinary people who are going about their normal business. He should come home and arrive in a manner that is not noisome. Because otherwise, disturbing other people because you are returning from vacation will be an act of affront.
Absolutely.
Against the Nigerian people. As for the citizenship issue, I've argued this ad nauseam. I've said that's not an issue. As a Nigerian, you are entitled to dual citizenship as long as you meet the conditions in Chapter 3 of the Constitution, which deals with citizenship, sections 25 to 28 thereof. If you were born after independence, if either of your parents is a Nigerian, and you have not renounced your citizenship, the only thing is that if you naturalize, you can't say you want to be president of Nigeria and take second citizenship. So if you look at those conditions there, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu fits the bill. So the controversy over dual citizenship is of no moment. It's of no issue. The other issue that people have raised in his absence is that of perjury. And I've pointed out that perjury can only be pronounced upon by a court of law. And the conditions for enforcing perjury, they are properly spelled out also, in the law, in the criminal code, section 117 thereof. And you have to give an arrest warrant. You have to go to court. You have to prove it. These are principles that have been established in the Bolaga case. So the people who want to prove the matter, well, it's up to them to go ahead. But can you issue an arrest warrant for a president-elect? That's the question. But of course, Nigerians would like to see him arrive and begin to prepare for the assignment before him. And also, process is cross-petition, is defense at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal.
This is Bod TV Bod. In case the first time you come here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more uploads.